Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers. Welcome to your timeless work, career, and vocation reading. I am your reader, at least for this video, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short. Mars conjunct Leo rising, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, about to hit 25 years old, May 1st, 2023 at the time of this timeless recording. I am the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. There is a link on Kindle if you want to check out the Kindle version. You can click on it and preview a good chunk of it and get a little sample of the prayers, practices, and principles that have kept me in business for 25 years, Drawing the Circle Productions, and even before that. It's broken down into chakra chapters. It's work, career, vocation, a lot of it. So, yeah, click the link if you want to get the Kindle version, because the original version, my Fellini version of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, well, you know what? Some of my patrons get it on Patreon, depending on their level of subscription. The original, edited by my dear Scorpio friend, Jill Schweitzer. But there's a lot going on Patreon. I'm sure there's a link in the description box. As a matter of fact, I just made the new video for the 25th anniversary, and I'm going to put them in this in the description box for these reads, because all of my subscribers on Patreon get the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s. There is no part 2 for this one, but all of the rest of them that I've been doing for years, the soulmate contracts, the Path of True Love reads, they're all on there. So all of my subscribers get that as long as they are subscribed, as well as they get the daily check-ins. Pretty much every single morning, I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link so they can chat with me about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications of said astrological weather, and the spiritual implications of said astrological weather. Always ending with a little prayer, a little blessing, a little something to send us on our way. And it's my favorite way to start the day, and it really sets me up for everything else I do for the rest of the day. So I truly, truly adore my patrons over on Patreon. So if you feel so drawn, so interested, there's a link in the description box. Obviously, you can check out the menu, see if anything calls, and come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lions, Mark Angelo Lyons. You can just call me Mal. Shall we? Very, very happy to be serving today. Literally, I'm days away from the 25th anniversary, and there's a lot going on behind the scenes. So keep an eye on Drawing the Circle. Watch this space here on Drawing the Circle's YouTube channel, because that's where I'm making a lot of the videos to explain what's going on. So let's get down to business. Work, career, vocation reads are really what is called a 3-level of power reading. There are links in the description box, particularly one from Caroline Myss. That's MYSS. She's a PhD. These are her archetype cards talking about the 3 levels of power. I have the clipboard. I'm writing down the archetypes if I see anything that jumps out at me, because these are general reads. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs, and they are timeless. Crosswatchers, these are good crosswatcher readings. Like if you're in a corporate situation or you're collaborating with somebody, to get more insight, more understanding, maybe even some sympathy and some empathy. But I've been doing these readings for clients. I change them every time I do them a little bit here on YouTube. In fact, one of the cards that you will receive in this reading is what I draw from what I called a wild deck. Before I hit the record button, I say, all right, where is the wild card coming from? And you're getting the Archangel Fire Oracle for that one. But otherwise, we've got Tarot, we've got the Whispers of Lord Ganesh, the Hindu god of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles, elephant-headed. I've had a relationship with him for many, many years. And of course, we're going to end with a Matt Kahn healing mantra, just one instead of the 3 that I used to do for these readings, work, career, vocation, just one mantra to bind them all, I guess, if you want to go there. So, like I said, it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and check your other signs, because this is about looking at your life purpose, your sacred contracts, whatever you want to call it, why you were sent here or voluntarily chose, because I think on some level we did, looking at it through how we survive our work, our passion, our hunger, our thirst, our career, and our vocation, our spiritual calling. I'll explain it as I go. Like I said, there are chakras involved. But the more of us that are doing it, fulfilling what we came here to do, the better this world gets, because it's a divine plan. We have no idea what it really is, but these are clues, tips, and hints from a mystical witch who, I gotta say, 25 years in business, my work, career, vocation is doing pretty good. So, you know. check the fruit that the tree bears. Ooh, fruit. And both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And I will do my best to get us clarity, guidance, and grace so we can do what we came here to do, right? Live happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser lives, not just for us, but for everybody, you know, UNITY and all that. Shift from all that explanation, which I have to do, and I'm glad to do every single time, welcome any new viewers, to the divination that is literally written in my contract to do in this life, and apparently I'm good at it. That shift happens in the still point. Let's see if we can find it. I think we can. Please take a nice deep breath. Let's see if we can have fun with this. Still point. And here we go. Using the Caroline Myss archetype cards, I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine. For the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video and drawn to this reading, what is the dominant archetype in the 8th chakra for their work, their career, and their vocation? Let's start with work. First level of power, survival intuition, lower 3 chakra dominant. Second level of power, career, heart, third eye crown. I don't want to see what that is. Good. the heart, third eye crown, chakra, creative intuition, the internal world. And what's the dominant archetype in the 8th chakra of the 8th chakra dominant vocation, spiritual calling, right? Or spiritual and mystical power for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers in this timeless work, career, vocation read. Great. These are in the title. Let's see how brave you are. Ooh, I like this a lot. Now, we're going to lay them down 1, 2, 3, sort of like from the physical world up to the spiritual world. We're going to read them 3, 2, 1, bringing it down. You got the priest, priestess archetype in your vocation, the spiritual power, divine family archetype, right on time so far. In your career, you've got the scribe, a creative family archetype, creative intuition. Seems on the nose. And in your work you got the gambler, an action family archetype, shake the dice and steal the rice. And let's get to work. I'm going to read what's written on these cards. On the bottom is called the shadow attribute. I call that lead, the language of spiritual alchemy. The light attribute, the gold. And we're all somewhere in between these two. You can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime, or be dealing with somebody who really embodies this archetype, but it's still your lesson, right? No matter what they do. So, dominant 8th chakra, the priest, priestess. The shadow attribute, I think we know what a toxic priest or priestess is like. Violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. I mean, there is such a thing as high priest, high priestess syndrome within the pagan community. It is a phase that people go through, but sometimes people never leave that phase, and it just never ends up going well. It's about hubris, thinking that you're better than everybody else. Toxic pride. So the light, now Tom, remember this is like your life calling, or at least this stage of it, facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. So Reiki Shmeiki, eggs and bakey, bringing your inspiration down into manifestation, certainly getting good with that in your life purpose is a pretty wise idea. Now, the creative archetype of the scribe. It doesn't sound too exciting. Let me read the lead and gold. The shadow attribute, altering facts or plagiarizing work. Oh no, not copyright infringement laws. No, 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 no. No. The light attribute, preserving knowledge and information. So in terms of creativity, of taking your thoughts, your feelings, and putting them in some kind of form. Now it's not so much about writing, right? Like you can have a private vlog, a private journal, put it out into the world if you like. But to preserve knowledge and information, particularly in your career, write down what inspires you, whatever that takes to preserve it, right? That's why I got checklists, and oh my god, my Google Drive is just glutted with all sorts of stuff there. So loving that there. The gambler. Look, this is a very, very powerful action family archetype. All of them are. Archetypes are about power. But now here we go in work, how you survive in the world, the shadow attribute, relying on luck rather than hard work. I ain't gonna lie, I have done it. Sometimes you got to take the risk, and if we look at the gambler here, blindfolded and walking a tightrope, very much in the position of the Fool of the Major Arcana Tarot, whether that was deliberate or not. So yeah, relying on luck rather than hard work, but the gold is willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. Hello, my name is Mal, and I've dealt with that pretty much since birth, right? Life is a risk. Life is a gamble. Step out of bed, it could be into a nice, soft, squishy slipper or cat barf, because that's my reality. You never know. Waking up here at the Drawing the Circle home office. So, let's build upon that. We're going to take 3 Daughters of the Moon Tarot for the next 4 chakras down. The 8th chakra sends down the codes, the lessons, whatever you want to call it, that shifts the electromagnetic dynamics of all the chakras underneath it. So it shifts what you attract and what you repel, so that you can do the alchemy, the healing, whatever you want to call it, to do what you came in to do in this lifetime in these 3 levels. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon my goddesses of fire, the sign of Leo, powers of the south, please, beloved goddesses of fixed fire, vested amongst you. 3 cards in clarity, face down. Work, career, vocation, heart, third eye, crown, dynamic, the internal, the feminine energy, the psychological world. What's going on that the Leo Collective and the Crosswatchers need to be aware of with Gambler in the 8th chakra in their work to help them alchemize that. What's going on in their career? Scribe in the 8th chakra. What's going on? Heart, third eye, crown, because this is where the alchemy starts. Heart, third eye, crown, and this is heart, third eye, crown level of power dominant. And in their vocation, the priest, priestess in the 8th. What's going on there to help them alchemize the shadow to light, lead to gold, the pain to peace, toxic to healthy, the poverty to prosperity, the blah, 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 in this timeless read. Let's see. Woo. Oh. Ah. Okay. So again, starting at the top, working down, priest, priestess archetype with the card of judgment in this deck called Revelation. A celebration, actually. But it is a revelation. Something that was there all along was suddenly either revealed or discovered, allowing a final judgment to be made. Here we have women joining hands, circle dancing in the woods, in the mountain. But if you look again, they are dancing on the belly of the Great Mother. And it's there. It's like one of those pictures that you look at it, you cross your eyes, and whoa, something comes out of the picture at you. It was there all along, because it was Agatha all along. So, heart, third eye, crown. When it is a major arcana card, in a chakric zone, for me, it's all 4, right? So this could be very third eye, crown, right? The choice of willpower, all of that. Something is revealed inside of you, but it is through spiritual mystic means that comes, right? Spiritual practice, right? Being a channel of spiritual energy and facilitating. The word facile, it comes from the French easy, simple, right? Facilitating, facilitator, right? So, facilitating spiritual commitments. What are your spiritual commitments to your vocation, your calling, right? And it can shift and change as we go. Nothing's written in stone. Because here in the career, we have got the scribe in the 8th with 8 of Cups. Not so much in this artwork walking away from, but walking deeper into. This woman has rowed a boat with a torch. I don't know how you do that solo. To come to this island, right? To really, really pull back from everybody, following a trail of cups. Some standing, some spilled. The 8 of Cups, to find the 9th cup within that cave. Now, with the scribe, this is what I mean. It can be very creative, like shadow work, write it down, keep track, right? You never know creatively what can come out of that. Some of the greatest art on planet Earth has come from people actually dealing with their suffering and, their pain, their emotional. I mean, obviously, heart chakra, element of water here, emotions, I would think highlighted, but it is your choice about what you want to do with that. So sometimes even we just let ourselves like write, scream, dance, whatever that is, preserving it. We look at it, a week or so later or a moon cycle later, and we go, oh, That's why it couldn't have happened any other way. It needed to happen to get me where I am. I know it sucks. You don't gotta like it. You just gotta say, oh, fine. But I wouldn't worry about it, because with the Gambler, in the 8th, and how you're surviving the world you work, you got the card of Temperance. Woo. Look, it's going to take a while to do the alchemy, to do the healing, to bring this into balance. But again, Major Arcana, Heart, Throat, Third Eye, Crown, all at once. That is balancing your element of water, your emotions, with your element of fire, what you yearn for, what you burn for, what your heart's desire, so that you can be into alignment and, you know, take the risk that other people, you know, might be totally worried about you. But I learned a long time ago, as president of Drawing the Circle Productions, and even before that, there is a thing called the toxicity of the well-meaning. They mean well, but those are their fears, not necessarily yours. Yeah, and I know I just said necessarily. Let's try and keep it light, especially with the Temperance card. So, got 2 Major Arcana card. Now, look, this makes sense to me just on the inner. Something is revealed on the inside. You go, ooh, I'll be back in a little bit, maybe. And this alchemy makes its way of your own free will, hopefully, so that you take the risk and take action in the world. Now, in the world, the physical world, the lower 3 chakras, the masculine dynamic, lower 3 chakras, we're using the mythic tarot. Outside in, inside out relationships in the world. So, you from the outside looking in at yourself like looking in a mirror, or you looking at other people, places, things, groups, organizations, corporations, industries, because lower 3 chakras are those relationships in the physical world, but also your relationship to yourself, solar plexus, your personal power, what you will, what you won't, what you do, what you don't. What's your honor code, Leo? Please take a nice deep breath. And or crosswatcher. Still point. Here we go as I call upon my gods of fire. Sign of Leo. Powers of the South, please, beloved. Gods of fixed fire. 3 cards in clarity. Work, career, vocation. Lower 3 chakra. Outside in, inside out. Masculine dynamic relationships in the physical world. For the Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers watching this video, receiving this reading in their work, they have got the Gambler in the 8th, Temperance on the inner. Okay, I saw what it is, but it's all right. In their career, Scribe in the 8th, 8 of Cups on the inner. Like, that is such an artist thing to do. I do it a lot myself, so please, what's going on? Lower 3 chakras are there. And the priest, priestess archetype in their vocation in the 8th chakra is just pretty amazing with that revelation on the inner, but what's going on the outer? Lower 3 chakra, outside in, inside out for Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers in this timeless work, career, vocation read. And boy, do we have a double whammy. Let's start. Priest, priestess, judgment card, celebration, revelation. Oh my God, it was perfect the whole time. With the star, lower 3 chakra, same thing. Major Arcana in that zone. It's all 3 at once. Pay attention to your lower 3 chakra intuition, because this is about your spiritual calling, your spiritual power. If your solar plexus says no, the answer is no for now. If the 2nd chakra, the sacrum, wants to leave out the back and run away, the answer is no. But if it's yes, you'll know. It's a little dastardly and muttly there, huh? But if it's in the root chakra, it is that sense of like walking the golden timeline, I call it, right? Just really following the guidance and the grace. The star is how we used to, you know, navigate before we had maps and compasses and math and all of that. You just found Polaris, you set, you know, all those 2nd star from the right and straight on till morning, you have to admit, is really bad directions. But it is following that guidance and that grace. And so imagine, right, being the priest, priestess, bringing that down, right, through these chakras. Something's revealed and then lit. This could very much be for a Leo, because ruled by the sun, which is a star. It's not the sun card, it's the star. But you're just lit and you're radiant. And so to definitely trust what's going on there. This might be your leverage. I find every reading, there's one of the 3 levels that if you do that one, the other ones follow along. It's true. It's holographic. Boogie, oogie, oogie. In your career, here comes our double whammy. Scribe in the 8th, 8 of Cups on the inner, Judgment. Hermes, a psychopomp, guide of the underworld, guide of souls. Something is revealed, something is perhaps reborn, perhaps something has come to the table. Again, if this is from the outside looking at you, you could be in a place in your life where chakra, where just shit's being revealed left, right, and center, and final judgments are being made on things, but hopefully more from the soul's perspective as a result, because wouldn't it make sense, right? So you pull in, right, recharge, whatever, find that ninth cup eventually, preserve what you're learning, write it down some way, bringing it from the inner to the outer, and as a result something is revealed, right? Something is made so radically clear to you that what started off as perhaps a vent or a rant turns into a revelation. Oh, from rant to revelation. I like that. Sounds like a chapter in a book I might write. Well, let's keep going in the work. This is the one that I saw. So, Gambler, you're going to love this, I think. Gambler in the 8th, Temperance on the inner, your only court card, the Page of Swords. Now, we know that can be the cyber stocky stuff, but it is definitely a card of communication and thought. A lot of messages coming in, but take your time. Take your time. Yes, sure, walk the tightrope, but who runs across a tightrope blindfolded? That's not wise. I don't recommend that. 10 out of 10 dentists recommend you don't do that. So, this Page of Swords could be you communicating, just kind of like sending out the word, taking the risk, putting yourself out there. But with Temperance, Temperance is an alchemical card because it takes time, heat, and pressure. Alchemy, refining, like refining metal. But Heart, Third Eye Crown here, really, if you can do this ethically, and do understand there may be some information coming in, this could be both ways, not always outside in, inside out only. Both can be true holographically. So, take in the information that's coming in and then temper it. Chew on it for a bit. Get this into heart, throat, third eye, crown alignment, and then take the risk. Find your balance. Oh, I didn't even see that, right? So walking a tightrope with, let's face it, Temperance is certainly a card of, in this case, internal balance that may allow you to put your voice out there, the stuff that you are scribing from your own spiritual purpose, practice, all of that jazz. This is lovely. Oh, good. Let's remove some obstacles. We're done with Tarot Town. Let's go to Oracle Land. The Whispers of Lord Ganesha by Angela Hartfield. Just one. We're going to put it under the first level of power. And since I started doing that, I see how that really does apply. But it's supposed to be holographic for the whole thing. Let's see. Please, I love general reads that way. Please take a nice deep breath. I don't tell people what to do. I just tell them what I see. Still point. And here we go. I call to the beloved Lord Ganesh, elephant-headed god of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles. Please, beloved Ganesh, one card in clarity for the Leo collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Watching this video and who were drawn to this reading, what is your guidance, your grace, your wisdom, your power, your oracle message to help them alchemize the shadow to light, the lead to gold, the pain to peace, the toxic to healthy, the poverty to prosperity, the fretting to freedom, the worry to wonderful, with the gambler in the 8th, gambler in the 8th in their work, scribe in their career, and the priest, priestess in their vocation for this timeless work, career, and vocation. Read, healing. And it's got the peacock in it. So if you got some peacock feathers around, I know some of you Leos do, maybe just wallpaper, you'll rub up against it. Healing. So I'm going to read this from the bookie of the book, the bookiness of the book, card number 36. And by the way, peacock feathers here are associated with Lakshmi, absolutely, but also heavily associated with the goddess Hera and Argus, Thousand Eyes, who apparently became a secret organization in the DC universe. How dare they? Whatever. Please take a nice deep breath. breathe in the Ganesha healing. The true essence of your soul is one of complete health. I know, it don't always look that way, but the complete essence, right? The true essence. Ganesha is pictured sitting on a peacock. Peacock feathers have been used in curative remedies for thousands of years across countless traditional cultures. They are said to carry spiritual medicinal energy that can assist people seeking balance and healing their lives. So they kind of actually have to be peacock feathers, right? I don't know, synthetics. The challenges of daily life can throw you out of balance. Okay, daily life, we're looking usually at first level of power. The daily challenges of your life can throw you out of balance with the truth of your being. It's easy to get caught up in the daily grind and in a general feeling of lack. Remember that you were created from the perfection of divine light and love. Your physical body is simply a shell that covers your soul. And who wants to stay in the same body forever? That's not immortality. It's Nosferatu. And I'd rather have a cup of coffee. It's a vampire, sorry. True healing is only possible when you take responsibility for your own well-being on this earth and your self-empowerment. See yourself as complete, healthy, and whole. That's a journey. It's there, but maybe that's what's being revealed, right, with these judgment cards. Ganesha prompts you to believe that you truly are capable of handling any matters of health or relationships without blame and with integrity and grace. And that's the key. That's the gig. Grace is the gig, for sure. That's why I wrote a book about it. So look, maybe this is specifically to your work, but it seems like the way you access this healing is by pulling back in your career, maybe taking some quiet time, but not necessarily uncreative time. Makes sense to me. I can see myself in this so far, a little bit here and there. So let's keep going. As I said, your wild card comes from the wild deck chosen intuitively, the Archangel Fire Oracle, Alexandra Wenman, Finhorn Press. Please take a nice deep breath. That almost rhymed. Always learning. Release. Still point. As I call upon the pantheon of archangels for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers watching this video who are joined to this reading, please, beloved messengers of the archangels, who is waiting in the wings with the wings, just can't come unless they call upon them to swoop in and help them heal. Help them do this alchemy from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, helping them fulfill their sacred contracts and that ineffable plan, which is better than anything we can conceive here, particularly removing obstacles with healing with Lord Ganesh, who's waiting in the wings with the wings, ready to help in this timeless read. Zafkiel, you're not going to believe it, it's the High Priestess. It's the High Priest Zafkiel. Tzapphkiel. It is card number 2. I think this is about as High Priestessy as you want to get. I mean, it's definitely an image of the goddess Isis. Oh, mighty Isis, 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 Isis. It made me want to be an archaeologist, but, you know, skin. I'd rather have less crow's feet. I'm Leo rising. Zafkiel, creation from chaos. Now, chaos is divine order in disguise. That's how you implode that paradox, but you do you. Zafkiel's name means God's knowledge, or understanding of God. This angel is the epitome of the divine feminine, and she is aligned with the great cosmic mother. Zafkiel guides us to seek spiritual perfection, like the image of her as the veiled Egyptian goddess Isis in her card. She is teacher of esoteric knowledge, mythology, spells, and rituals. I could see how that would really kind of maybe click in with that third level of power, maybe. That's a lot. Unyielding and sometimes more than a little demanding in nature. Working at Zafkiel can feel like an initiation into the darkest depths of the feminine mysteries. Now, I don't usually read beyond that, but check this out. As keeper of the Akashic Records, she offers you the key to unlocking all your lifetimes. Yeah, let's just leave that one there. Here's the message. Stay the course. Your soul is calling you to deeper and higher wisdom. You are entering a new phase of creation. Many new gifts will be revealed. And I think that applies across the board, but it really shows a link between your creation, your vocation, visionary intuition, and your career, creative intuition, right? As you heal. It's very holographic read. I'm into it. Leo rising, glad to do it. Yeah, of course. Well, you know, the divine stuff, you know, it can be delayed but not prevented. I'd just rather not delay. So our last card down, the Macon Healing Mantra deck. One mantra to rule them all, to bind it all together. We're talking to the Ascended Masters. It's a very specific but very large part of the Akashic Records law firm. Please take a nice deep breath. I interned there once between lives. Still point. Nice bunch. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of life purpose through the 3-level of power archetypal lenses of work, career, and vocation. Please, beloved ones, one mantra, one healing mantra to help them alchemize the shadow to light, the lead to gold, the pain to peace, the toxic, the healthy, in their work, career, vocation, fulfilling. No, not that one. Okay, I didn't even see what it was. Not that one. What do you got for them, please? To alchemize shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, maybe obscurity to fame, right? From impoverished to prosperous, from enchained to released, to help them manifest what they came to do in the timeline of this lifetime. Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in this timeless romantic soulmate contract read. Transforming tragedy. Loss is my reminder that more room has been made for greater gifts to be received. This is a big one. Because, look, I've had a long career in magic, miracles, and mysticism before I started the country, and there was a lot of loss. A lot of opportunities that were snatched away, and things that just, thank God, now I look back, I'm like, oh. Right? So, just the pandemic alone, right? And my life before that, right, that got me to actually, forced me, essentially, to choose one way or another, whether I was going to do readings on YouTube. There you have it, right? So let me read this to you. Because, look, nobody transforming tragedy, well, what do you transform it into? A comedy? From tragedy to comedy, that is a tricky gnosis. That is a tricky alchemy to do, but not impossible. And this one helps. I know all these mantras pretty much by heart. At this point, I've had this deck since it came out, I think 2018. So they work if you work them. Particularly with a spiritual practice, but with Safkiel saying it's not going to be so, it may be very simple, love yourself, but maybe not so easy, because one need not imply the other. Transforming tragedy. Loss is my reminder, right, like a little notification on your phone, that more room has been made for greater gifts to be received. I mean, it is the cycle of nature as well, right? When tragedy is transformed, you see that endings foreshadow the inevitable arrival of exciting new beginnings. Now, it doesn't look like that in the physical world at the time. But with all this judgment and revelation going on here with the Star and Temperance, you've got this. It may not feel good to lose the things that once defined you, but it is life's way of expanding your identity to invite more passion, joy, and synchronicity into your reality. As you transform tragedy, any degree of loss merely sets the stage for the arrival of greater gifts. Internal, external, the whole 9 yards. It's holographic. Boogie, oogie, oogie. This mantra is ideal for overcoming personal struggles, mourning the death of a loved one, and releasing regret. Because another mantra here goes something along the lines of, there's nothing to regret when I learned from my past. I feel like some of you might have gone through this already, and there is still some resolution here. But healing, order out of chaos, with transforming tragedy, there's the formula. I will work these. I write these down. I do these. But thank God it's only one mantra instead of 3. So, all the cards are on the table. We're going to put this together in a blessimation. A blessing and a summation. At the end of that, the reading is over. But I'm going to talk a little bit about 25 years. of being the corporate president of the S Corporation during the Circle Productions, and some changes that are made, and there are already some videos out, and I'm sure some of them are in the description box, but first things first. Please take a nice deep breath. Transmit. Still point. And here we go. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Leo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers, that all of us may be blessed with all that we need to fulfill our sacred contracts, our life purpose, and our work, career, vocation, that in our vocation we can facilitate spiritual commitments, perhaps even our own, serving as a channel of spiritual energy with stuff, our third crown that is revealed to us. We didn't even know that was in there, with great hope, with great guidance, with great, perhaps even wish fulfillment here in the vocation, bringing that down into their career. May we be blessed with the ability to preserve knowledge and information that we find through going into withdrawal, going in, maybe a little shadow work, particularly transforming tragedy, because here is Hermes Underground, the guide of souls, saying, yes, not only is all not lost, there is room for more there, lower 3 chakras. So whatever that is, to write it down, to record it, to keep that wisdom family archetype active, so that in our work we can embrace our willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt us. But that's going to take some time and some alchemy and some balance and some patience for sure, as information comes and goes and comes and goes, inside out and most likely outside in, with the Page of Swords. And may we be blessed with what we need, the healing to remove those obstacles from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace in our work, career, vocation, working with Archangel Zophiel, if we choose to do so, right? To see the order out of chaos, which is what Revelation most of the time is. Haha, it was perfect all along, neener, neener, neener. So that we can transform tragedy, because loss is our reminder that more room has been made for greater gifts to be received, and that's the process of evolution. That is the hero's journey, that is the artist's journey, that is the journey of spiritual awakening, particularly with this third level of power going here. So may the Leo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus, suns, and cross watchers be blessed with all that they need to do what they came here to do, to make this world a better place by getting into alignment, fulfilling their contracts and their life purpose, work, career, vocation, for the well-being of all, shining their light at full capacity and with harm to none, having a good time most likely, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. And if you liked this video, if it clicked for you, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to, please do. Comment if you like. Have at it. Hit the notification bell if you want to know when the next video hits. Because what that does is it shifts the algorithm on YouTube and allows other people to find the reading. Otherwise, I might not find it. But over on Patreon, we don't do that. You sign up for a level of subscription, you get everything on that level of subscription. Since the day I started Patreon into the future and I retire or die, and it's probably going to happen at the same time because I love Patreon. And if you want to book me for a private read, I don't know if this one will be out before May 1st, but I'm changing my prices. There will be a video out. It used to be called Booking a Reading with Mal. Might still be in the description box. But now it's Booking Private Sessions with Mal, putting it all together in an informative video that explains how to book a reading with me, how to book a spiritual counseling and hands-on healing. I'm not ready to do yet, but I might someday return to that. So click that link and check it out, whatever video it is. And most importantly, oh my God, Leos, it really feels like this one, third level of power, is really your leverage there, but certainly to bring it down into form for your own healing is just going to help all of us. And remember, I'm part of the Leo collective, so cross watchers, you're helping me too. So have at it. I love you. Good luck with all of this. Just shine your light and see what happens. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.